It's an honor and a privilege to introduce Cindy Pultz, who's going to give a presentation on Kansas's district manager training as a partnership effort. And so Cindy, let's see if the technology is working for us. Go ahead, please.
Yep, looks like it is working.
All right, Cindy, fire away.
All righty, good afternoon, and thank you very much, Ray. Very excited to announce that the district manager training as a partnership effort is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Aldo Leopold said that there's two things that interest me: the relation of people to each other and the relation of people to the land. And what this means to me is that basically we're all on the same team. We have pretty much the same mission, the same goals, and that is to promote conservation. So back in March, I started this new position as the Conservation Program Coordinator. I got to train 2 new district managers in person, found out there were many things that were involved in the training materials and delivery that needed some updating and improvements. And while I was very excited about my new job and the opportunities, I knew that the training updates was going to be very challenging. And then COVID hit. So what better way to, or what better time to focus on a training program renovation than the moment? So I discussed with staff kind of different avenues to take, and we decided on developing a training initiative. And this turned out, it's a collaboration efforts with conservation partners to improve district manager training quality and quantity, effectiveness, and consistency. So this training initiative team that has evolved, involved with the collaborating, has been the best of our partners. That would be the Kansas Department of Agriculture, Division of Conservation, Kansas Association of Conservation Districts, the Employee Organization, Natural Resources Conservation Services, and of course we cannot forget our districts. We formed this team with some members of all of these groups here with the intent to put our heads together, get some ideas of what's lacking in our district training right now, and what we can do to make some improvements. So like I mentioned earlier, there's a dire need to make some substantial changes in our district manager training content and the delivery system. And this is mainly pointed towards our new district managers. So other reasons that we need a training initiative, Kansas only has 105 districts, only 1 trainer. So with that being said, found out we needed to make this training more efficient. Also need to improve our training consistency, because we periodically have some other partners that do some training, and goal is to make sure that we're all on the same page and we've got our training be more consistent across the state. We also have a very high turnover rate, hoping that with more involved training, following up after trainings, developing and maintaining relationships, hopefully that's going to help reduce some of that turnover. So though COVID has cut out our in-person training and it also opened up some opportunities to meet virtually, which is #1 on my list of how our training initiative is being accomplished. The training initiative I've been talking about, I've got my training team with our partners that I listed earlier. In order for our mission to be successful, we also need some amazing collaboration, communication, some great teamwork and brainstorming, and we have done all of that through phone calls, email, and Microsoft Teams, which has been great. This training initiative that I'm sharing with you today, it is a partnership effort to help improve conservation district capacity to ensure that all district managers are trained to the best of their ability to fulfill their due diligence to the conservation community. The bottom line is we want all of our districts managers to succeed. We have a lot of people that are affected by this training initiative. #1, our new district managers. The changes we're making here is going to help them more with the transition period, the ins and outs, learning their new job. With their exiting district managers, it's also going to help with them on finishing up their job before they leave, whether it's moving to a different job or retiring. Also, our current district managers, in this plan that we have, we're going to be doing some new training that's going to be affecting them as well. And you cannot forget supervisors. With them being exposed more to this training initiative and what is really going on in their offices with their district managers, hopefully this will really open their eyes, make them more aware of what's going on in their district. Others not listed on here being affected by this initiative is my training team. All of the partners that are involved with this whole initiative. And in the long run, this is going to help them with the end goal, which we all have, is to helping our district managers succeed. In summary, this initiative is going to hopefully make this transition process from one district manager to the next a lot smoother. We've got a multitude of training delivery methods, partnership meetings, KACD fall meetings, our convention, EO meetings, NRCS all personnel meetings, workshops, videos that we're going to start making, some virtual trainings, and then monthly board meetings that we will hopefully be able to start attending more virtually now here in the very near future. So we reached out to our district managers and asked them for some input because we really wanted to know what they want also and what they have seen, maybe what's lacking, different things they'd like to be trained on. We asked for suggestions and ideas for future trainings. We asked for any weaknesses or struggles that personally they may be having. Also, if they had any strengths or assets that they wanted to share, things that really good successes they're having in their district. The big question is, what can we do to help improve our training tactics, and what training topics would be beneficial to you? And wow, we asked and we received. We got a long list of training ideas. Some of them include the new district manager training list, checklist, and exit checklist. Communicating with legislative officials, how to do that. How to work through QuickBooks, and there's so many different versions of that. How to hold effective board meetings, how to do your finances and not have to pull your hair out. Different procedures on outreach and education. How to put together a budget presentation. What exactly is the definition of agriculture and conservation? How to use technology, because not all of us are not very technologically savvy. We have some districts that have both urban and rural conservation, and finding they need to try to balance how to work through that. How to create presentations, how to work through the end of the year processes, and then more of an explanation of all of our funding resources, how to get our partners involved, and so much more. And all of these ideas we're probably going to be trying to put together for some future trainings and workshops. So we have a couple different phases. And with all of these great ideas, shared them with our training team and decided to start with phase 1, which was the district manager exit checklist, which is something we currently don't have. It's non-existent. So basically, when somebody's leaving, they hope they're getting everything done, and I guess our supervisors are hoping that the exiting district manager is got everything covered. I've been working very closely with our employee organization president, and we quickly figured out that putting everything on paper, that there's so much involved and so much more than just an exit checklist as a start. My previous experience as a district manager has given me an advantage to renovating our whole training process here, because I've been in the shoes of district managers before, and that has really helped a lot. So our president, the president and I worked together, discovered, exit checklist was too much. So with this massive checklist we came up with, we turned it into a district manager transition checklist. What we're going to do with this is it's going to be able to apply to both new district managers coming in, exiting district managers leaving, as well as the supervisors, keeping them in the loop on what's going on, what needs to be done when one leaves and one starts the job. The next thing we're going to work on is going to be a supervisor checklist of the district manager duties, which is just pretty much going to be a shortened version of that transitional checklist. I'm actually right now kind of implementing quite a few of the new training strategies on my own in the training I'm doing, reaching out quicker, making the contact earlier with new district managers, providing some training information immediately, sending them trainings through the email, because I do multiple trainings through Microsoft Teams, which is extremely effective. Instead of going out and spending physically a whole day and giving them a whole bunch of information at one time, which is very overwhelming. So phase 2, we're going to work on implementing these new training strategies, basically sharing this transition checklist with our exiting district managers, our new ones, and our supervisors in hopes that this will increase the awareness of the really needs attention before leaving, starting a job, and helping to ease that transition. Also, with the thoughts of reaching out to these supervisors, maybe getting them a little bit more involved with the whole process as well. After that, we would like to work on some professional development workshops and trainings based on the long list of ideas that I provided earlier, which we will record and store in our cost share information management system. Our end result will be improved training, quality, quantity, effectiveness, and consistency, such as what I had mentioned earlier. So we've got good things come to those who wait. We've got our districts who have been waiting for all this good stuff I've been talking about. And good things come to those who work hard. Well, I'm pleased to announce that the hard work that my partners on my training team and myself we've been putting together, that we're going to put an end to this wait of our district managers and get a lot of things done here in the very near future. Finishing up with another Alda Leopold quote. Our job is to sharpen our tools and make them cut the right way. The sole measure of our success is the effect in which they have on the forest. We all have a toolbox, a tool belt, a drawer full of tools, and it's our job and our mission to keep our tools sharp, but also to help our districts keep their tools sharp so they can assist their landowners and everyone else in the delivery of the conservation awareness in the best way possible. So with that, I thank you all for listening. I hope that Kansas Training Initiative might be of some assistance to you and your organization, and I am open for any questions, whether they be now or you can give me a call or email.